What it is, YouTube? It's your boy Nixie coming back with another bullseye of a tutorial here today on the channel. Alright, so today we're gonna be dropping that Lil Tony vocal preset here today. So if you guys do like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Drop more suggestions for artists down below. And if you want to get the template, check it in the description. Okay, so let's get to it right now. Let's break down these gems and talk about Lil Tony vocal, okay?
I wanna say these niggas chain. I wanna say these niggas want real. That would've had a nigga think. One day I'ma run away with my good feeling, then take it to the bank. One day I'ma run away with my dream, bitch, then take it to the paint. I wanna say these niggas chain. I wanna say these niggas want real. That would've had a nigga think. One day I'ma run away with my good feeling, then take it to the bank. One day I'ma run away with my dream, bitch, then take it to the paint.
Okay, so this me trying to do my best impression of Lil Tony, who's a dope rapper from the west side of Atlanta. He's a really dope rapper, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This song right here is called Watch the Moon by Lil Tony. Lil Tony is a very fan favorite by many of my supporters and my subscribers. So a lot of people have been asking for it. So I gotta deliver that Lil Tony vocal preset and talk about his voice today, all right? So most importantly, let's listen to what it sound like with and without.
I wanna say these niggas chain. I wanna say these niggas want real. That would've had a nigga think. One day I'ma run away with my good feeling, then take it to the bank. One day I'ma run away with my dream, bitch. I wanna say these niggas chain. I wanna say these niggas want real. That would've had a nigga think. One day I'ma run away with my good feeling, then take it to the bank. One day I'ma run away with my dream, bitch, then take it to the paint.
Okay, so there's a certain texture with Lil Tony's vocal. Lil Tony's vocal is not necessarily deep, but it's somewhat low. I feel like it really sinks into the speakers, but it has this nice density and crispiness to it, especially in the bottom end of the vocal, you feel me? In the trunk of the whip, you feel me? There's some activity going on. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, all right? So, very first thing with Lil Tony's vocal is kind of understanding frequency density. When I listen to Lil Tony's vocal, I could tell his vocal's low. He kind of sounds like a grown-ass man, you feel me? He sounds way older than like how he is, you feel me? He sounds very mature with his voice type shit. So his voice is very low, but at the same time, the low end is very crisp. So what I'm using is a J37, right? A J37 tape in the beginning. I'm playing into his strengths. Also, a guy like Lil Tony, bruh, Lil Tony's vocal is also smooth. The way he genuinely talks is, I would say, he sounds like he's very smooth. He got that swag and charisma in his vocal, preset. You feel me? His vocal tone. You feel me? So we're using the J37 tape to kind of smooth off the top end, but also it introduces like a little bit of a bump to that mid range, you know? So I'm rolling off a little bit of the lows of his vocal, like the super lows, but I know that tape has a bump to it. So, we're kind of shifting the weight in his vocal upwards. Like, some people who go to the gym, they be like, man, I want my stomach to be flat, but I want my arms to be big. You feel me? It's like, where do you want to put the size at on the vocal type shit, you know?
I wanna say these niggas chain. I wanna say these niggas want real. That would've had a nigga think. One day I'ma run away with my good feeling, then take it to the bank. One day I'ma run away with my dream.
So that's the most important thing that we're doing with Lil Tony's vocal is shifting up the low end. You feel me? And it's important to know, like, what does the tape do? So you see specifically right here, you see the tape is introducing that bump right there. You feel me? And, that's kind of like, we rolling off some of the bottom of Lil Tony's vocal, but we pushing it up a little bit for you, right? So that's like it's like a frequency density type of thing, type of situation, all right? So after that, we have the Chef's Omni channel, and this is where I start to get really aggressive with my filtering. I'm doing like 125 because his voice has like a little bit of low end to it. But if you hear the actual song, his vocal was kind of like, his vocal's low, but it still has this crispiness, this fresh haircut, line me up in this barbershop type of, thing going on with his vocal. It's still got the deepness, but it's still crispy, like a Krispy Kreme donut. Okay, so let's listen to his original vocal and let's compare it to mine's, all right?
I wouldn't say these niggas chain. I would just say these niggas want real. They would've had a nigga think. One day I'ma run away with my gut feeling, then take it to the bank. One day I'ma run away with my dream, bitch, then take it to the paint. I wanna say these niggas chain. I would say these niggas want real. That would've had a nigga think. One day I'ma run away with my good feeling, then take it to the bank. One day I'ma run away with my dream.
So in order to, achieve a little type of Tony vocal, you got to think about the low end in his voice, right? So that's why, I kind of did like an aggressive cut on the low end. You feel me? Like an 18 dB per octave is kind of like a very moderate type of thing. If I wanted to go even more jagged, I go with 24 dB, right? So the 6, the 12, and the 18, like the slopes is how aggressive you want the filter to be. And then of course, we started getting really pretty hard with the low end. You feel me? Like the mid range as well as the low shelf, and then we did a little bit of a peak shelf right here, because there is like there's a lack of character in the high end, so that's why we did that little peak and the shelf inside of his vocal.
I wanna say these nigga chain. I would say these nigga want real that would've had a nigga thing. One day I'ma run away with my gut feeling and take it to the bank. One day I'ma run away with my. I wanna say these nigga chain. I would say these nigga want real that would've had a nigga thing. One day I'ma run away with my gut feeling and take it to the bank. One day I'ma run away with my dream bitch, then take it to the paint. Right to that paint.
All right, so most importantly too is we also using the optical compressor, and the reason why I'm using the optical compressor is listening to the tone. You feel me? Like listening to the way he got that smooth pimp talking type of thing going on. So when I hear a smooth vocal tone, I might want to go with a smooth compressor that can like kind of match the language. You feel me? When somebody says, "Yeah, you talking my language, comprehende?" You feel me? Like you know what I'm saying? Like if the vocal is talking to me in a certain way tonally, then I'm gonna bring in a compressor that can match that tone. You feel me? If you want to get angry, I'm gonna bring in an angry compressor to complement that anger. You feel me? But he's talking smooth, so we use the optical compressor. Optical compressors are smoother and have a way of bringing in a little bit of presence, right? So I'm not doing too much saturation right here at this point because at that point, like I'm being very delicate about it, right? So after that, we have a wave sibilance, bitch. And that wave sibilance, I like it a lot because I get to play around with the range. So the range is kind of like the maximum, the credit limit. You feel me? It's kind of like the maximum floors in the elevator. You feel me? You can't go past this boundary. You feel me? It's like when you go to the carnival and they say, yo, this is the height limit to get on this ride. That's what I'm telling the de-esser, bro. You can only go up this much. You feel me? You can only go down this much type shit, right? Which is 9 dB. So I kind of like that a lot. And it sounds like it's a lot more musical than the Waves DS.
I wanna say these nigga chain. I would say these nigga want real that would've had a nigga thing. One day I'ma run away with my gut feeling and take it to the bank. One day I'ma run away with my dream bitch, then take it to. I wanna say these nigga chain. I would say these nigga want real that would've had a nigga thing. One day I'ma run away with my gut feeling and take it to the bank. One day I'ma run away with my dream bitch, then take it to the paint. Right.
So Lil Tony's accent has a very smooth, it reminds me of like a little bit of a Hennessy bottle. You feel me? It has this very smooth Coca-Cola pouring in the bottle type of thing kind of going on. So that's really dope. With his voice is really dope. I would say most of his vocal character comes from his actual voice. You feel me? Type shit like that. So you actually have the Wave C4 right here too, and pay attention. I got it on optical again because the optical, behavior has a smoother way, a more gentle way of approaching the vocal and handling it. You feel me? It's like a situation where the C4 is kind of turning into the Amazon man about to deliver a package. Okay, boom, 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 I'm right at your door, nigga, right? Type shit like that. And it's taking the package, which is the vocal, and softly putting it in front of your door. Versus where when you put it on an electro behavior and a hard knee, right? The hard knee, what that does is it kind of turns it into a lazy ass delivery man that just grab this shit and just throw this shit, boom. You feel me? Type shit. So it's like, how do you want the compressor to handle the vocal? That's like the way of it's handling the vocal type shit, right? So yeah, this is just the pop vocal preset, and then it's kind of clearing things up in that mid range and just being still very soft with his vocal.
I wanna say these nigga chain. I would say these nigga want real that would've had a nigga thing. One day I'ma run away with my gut feeling and take it to the bank. One day I'ma run away with my dream bitch, then take it to the paint. Like, I wanna say these nigga chain. I would say these nigga want real that would've had a nigga thing. One day I'ma run away with my gut feeling and take it to the bank. One day I'm.
And I really like how with Lil Tony's vocal, it's all about getting that density, right? Also, you got to think about the high end too. Like usually when I set my high end for my vocal, I listen to the open hats and the hi-hats because that kind of tells you like how far bright you can go. So if you're having a problem with where your vocals sound like they're too bright for the beat, right? It's kind of like a shirt that is too small for somebody's chest and it kind of just looks out of place on their body. What you want to do is you want to listen to the high end. What is the brightest thing inside the 2-track beat and compare that to your vocal back and forth, right? And try to make sure that they're in the relatively they in the same park. You feel me? They might not be by the same tree, but they're still in the same ballpark for the most part, because you don't want a situation where you wearing like a pair of jeans, right? That's kind of like dark jeans, and you wear a jean jacket that's like super bleached white jean, and it kind of like is not glued. The outfit is not glued, it's kind of disjointed. So you gotta think about that when it comes to your vocal, but with your ears type shit like that. You feel me? Listen to the high end of the open hats and the hi-hat to set your high end for your vocal type shit, right? And you can hear it. Like when you hear the you feel me? The on Lil Tony's vocal, it literally matches with the open hi-hat, you feel me? So that's a texture thing, that's a feeling thing, right? Okay, after that, we have the REQ, and at this point, we're rolling off an aggressive amount of low end. We're going 135, even after we did about like 124 on the other one, right? So we're going very aggressive with another, like a low shelf or whatever, a low bell, and then doing a high shelf. So that's kind of just giving polish to the vocal, honestly. And with a guy like Lil Tony, his vocal lacks a lot of high end detail, so you can actually be a little bit more generous with the shelf versus where some people, they have a higher voice like this that's already kind of squeaky and type shit like that. You feel me? It's like a situation where you can only add so much more high end to it because the high end is already in your voice. You feel me? You can't, you feel me? You got to play into your strengths. You got to be brutally honest with yourself. Okay, so my eyes are telling me that, I'm boosting more top end, but my ears are telling me something different. It's really harsh and it's nasty. You feel me? Like we're not mixing with our eyes, we're mixing with our ears type shit.
I wanna say the nigga chain. I would say the nigga one real ass would've had a nigga thing. One day I'ma run away with my gut feeling and take it to the.
You see, now it starts to bring in a little bit of that crumply confetti celebration type of texture to the vocal. You hear that type of vocal that's coming from the high shelf. It's more like a texture type of thing, you know?
I wanna say the nigga chain. I would say the nigga one real ass would've had a nigga thing. One day I'ma run away with my gut feeling and take it to the bank. Right to the. I wouldn't even say these niggas chain. I would just say these niggas weren't real if they would've had a nigga thing. One day I'ma run away with my gut feeling and take it to the bank. One day I'ma run away with my dream.
Yeah, so I'm just comparing it a lot to the original vocal because I feel like, this is as spot on as it can get type shit like that, to a Lil Tony vocal. His voice is low. It's not deep though. It's really not that deep, but it's low. It's low and it sits in the speakers in a certain way. But at the same time, even though his vocal is low, it still feels full. You feel me? So it's about understanding that frequency density, like where to make things thick and where to make things smaller. So, rolling off that low end, right? Adjusting that low end and trying to get it back upwards type shit. So after that, we have an SSL comp. And because I rolled off so much low end, I brought it back in with the transformer. So I'm using the saturation to push the mid-range forward type shit. So understanding the components of tape, how tape has that bump, and then understanding the transformer has that bump. I'm rolling off all the lows and I'm saturating back the mid-range so the vocal feels crispy and thick at the same time.
I wanna say the nigga chain. I would say the nigga one real ass would've had a nigga thing. One day I'ma run away with my gut feeling and take it to the bank. I wanna say the nigga chain. I would say the nigga one real ass would've had a nigga thing. One day I'ma run away with my gut feeling and take it to the bank.
So you hear just clicking that analog kind of pushes the vocal forward. You feel me? It just has a way of telling the vocal, hey, my nigga, take 2 steps over here. You feel me? So that's what that transformer is doing, is add a little bit of low mid girth, a little bit low mid thickness. You feel me? Low mid thickness. For the most part, no, we're not using this as a compressor. I just know that the SSL comp, it has a very smooth way of rolling out the top end. It has a quote unquote warm sound to it, right? So, that's why we went about just not even compressing at all. We're just using it as a saturator, straight up saturator. You feel me? Okay, after that, we have the Shep 73, which, is bringing in another transformer. So you see aggressive EQ cuts, right? Aggressive EQ cuts and everything like that. And then just using the saturation to bring it back. And I'm doing another EQ at 50 hertz again, bruh, on his vocal. So let's look at what the Shep's Omni channel is doing here, right? And no, I'm not gonna do this shit every video where I show you what it looked like. I only did it for Lil Tony's vocal because his vocal is kind of like special a little bit, right? So I just wanted to show you this type of technique, right? So most importantly, you see it's rolling off the low end and it's kind of boosting up the top end a little bit more type shit like that, you know what I mean? It's boosting up the low mid. There's like a bump in the low mid, and that's just coming through just understanding the Shep 73, bruh. That's coming through just understanding the Shep 73, just opening up the Shep 73 and also just opening up the filter. It has a way of cutting and boosting it back up. You know, it has that transformer and those transistors that's also contributing to the top end of Lil Tony's vocal.
I wanna say these niggas chain. I always say these niggas wasn't real, that would've had a nigga think. One day I'ma run away with my good feeling and take it to the bank. One day I'ma run away with my dream. I wanna say these niggas chain. I always say these niggas wasn't real, that would've had a nigga think. One day I'ma run away with my good feeling and take it to the bank. One day I'ma run away with my dream, bitch, then take it to the paint.
Okay, so that's all contributing to the texture and how the shoe is feeling, you feel me? These ain't no fuzzy flippers. These are some leather shoes, you feel me? It's very sleek and very suede type of shit, you feel me? That's a texture. Music is not all about the sound, bro. The sound is the first layer, then after that is the texture, you feel me? So it's like a situation like that, bro, you feel me? And you gotta have advanced ears to even hear some shit like that, you feel me? Type shit like that, right? Like, it's kind of like how, you know, over time of you just mixing every day, you gonna know, oh, damn, you know, that Shep 73 do have that transformer in it. So as soon as I open it, it give me a little bit of body. Oh, damn, that J37 tape, it do got a way of smoothing it out the high end. Okay, that might just be better than me using a de-esser, you feel me? Because I already know this plugin gonna, you know, naturally do the job. You feel me? That's gonna make mixing easier for you when you know how to just pull out a plugin and boom. All right, after that, we got the fresh air.
I wanna say these niggas chain. I would say these niggas wasn't real, that would've had a nigga think. One day I'ma run away with my good feeling and take.
All right, and that's just bringing a little bit of Lysol to the vocal. We're gonna speed up a little bit more. I don't want this shit to be long. And then after that, we have the de-esser, you know, doing a few dBs. We have the wave silk vocal, which is important too for Lil Tony because I put it on fast and I put it on sharp. And I used it as the gate as well. And that's the most important thing right here is to create that the digital distortion inside of his vocal. It kind of helps contribute more to the sandpaper texture we're going for.
I wanna say these niggas chain. I would say these niggas wasn't real, that would've had a nigga think. One day I'ma run away with my good feeling and take it to the bank. One day I wanna say these niggas chain. I always say these niggas wasn't real, they would've had a nigga think. One day I'ma run away with my good feeling and take it to the bank. One day I'ma run away with my dream, bitch, then take it to the.
You see how it's more than just the sound of the shit. It's also about the texture, the feeling, the brittliness. You feel me? The digital crystally, you in the cave and you seeing all these gems shine type shit, crystally frequencies. You feel me? All right. After that, J37 tape, and we using that on the slap. Boom. We using that on the slap. You feel me?
I wanna say these niggas chain. I would say these niggas wasn't real, that would've had a nigga think. One day I'ma run away with my good feeling and take it to the bank. One day I'ma.
You can't really hear it at all. It just kind of gives a whitening effect. Then we got a crazy little EQ move for our you know, our Abbey Roads plates.
I wanna say these niggas chain. I would say these niggas wasn't real, that would've had a nigga think. One day I'ma run away with my good feeling and take it to the.
I use the plate reverb specifically. You know, plate reverbs have a way of adding a little bit of density to that higher end. You feel me? That's why they sound good on snares and also on lead vocals because they bring more weight to the mid range type shit like that. You know. So after that, we have a waves doubler. Everybody and their cousin and their auntie and their mama and their great granddaddy know what a doubler do. After that, we have the SSL G comp on parallel compression, fastest attack, fastest release.
I wanna say these niggas chain. I would say these niggas wasn't real, that would've had a nigga think. One day I'ma run away with my good feeling and take it to the bank. One day I'ma run away with my dream, bitch, then take it to the paint. I wanna say these niggas chain. I would say these niggas wasn't real, that would've had a nigga think. One day I'ma run away with my good.
All right, so that's pretty dope. And yeah, that's the most important thing. Last thing I want to show too is like what a transformer does. You feel me? Like some transformers, they have a situation of where like, you know, on the fatso, boom, I'm only using the transformer. Some transformers automatically roll off the low end and boost the boop and then boost that booty. You feel me? It boost that booty all the way up by a couple dBs. So that's what transformers do, bro. They add weight. You feel me? They add weight to vocals and shit like that, or they add weight to kick drums and all that stuff like that. Just know that you might want to have to do that. Because a lot of people with the mainstream, they just cut the lows like crazy. That's why the vocals sound thin, but they ain't really thin though. They still got that presence. They still got that anchor. They still got that stake in the ground, my nigga. You feel me? So after that, the ad-libs rolling off bottom, throwing up that transient a little bit.
I wanna say these niggas chain. I would say these niggas wasn't real, that would've had a nigga think. One day I'ma run away with my good feeling and take it to the bank. One day I'ma run away with my dream, bitch, then take it to the paint. Right to that paint.
we went ahead and pressed up on that drive button. You feel me? We drove it into the Need 773, generate a mild amount of distortion just to give a little bit of chia fuzz to the ad libs. You feel me? And then after that, you know, just using the silk vocal to tame the high end. You know, using the gate. You feel me? I let the high end get extended as fuck on the ad libs because his voice is already so deep. His voice is already so rounded off and stuff like that. So we use a J37 tape as a doubler going into the reverb, and you know, when you do something like that, it kind of just widens out the reverb a little bit more. So the reverb for the lead vocal is very focused, but the ad lib reverb is a little bit wider because of that little doubler mixed in, you know. And then we have an H delay doing an eighth note. And that's pretty much the end of the vocal tutorial today. I hope I was able to genuinely show you how to get that little Tony vocal sound. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, down below, check the description to get the preset, suggest more artists. Appreciate y'all now, YouTube gang. Peace.